the ground. No tanks are rolling inside Ukraine as of now, as has been reported by probably other channels or some other Indian media. There are no tanks rolling inside and no boots on the ground, only precision airstrikes at the airports to make sure that Ukrainian air defense is knocked out. And what your lady correspondent spoke from Moscow, I more or less agree with her that when Ukraine was bombing Donbass, killing civilians over there, there was no ripples in the West. There were no statements from any politicians in the West. And now suddenly they've woken up to the fact that these people actually want their independence and do not want to stay with Ukraine anymore. And one more last point I would like to say. This war is, as I said earlier, is not just about military strikes. This is a hybrid warfare, and it is also a warfare of perceptions and misinformation. Both the countries, Ukraine, if you see the statement of President Zelensky today and of Mr. Putin in the morning, is exactly the same. It's for also which want to see them fight. And this is a war by both the presidents to address the public in both the countries to make sure that they understand the point. And Putin, believe me, hopes that probably half of the Ukrainian army will lay down arms and will not fight against the Russians.
Rajesh, your perspective is so valuable right now because you're calling a spade a spade. We're not going to buy into the disinformation, misinformation, propaganda on either side. There are double standards and hypocrisies in the West, in Ukraine, in Russia, all across. So we have to take everything with a pinch of salt when covering conflict, and that's why we have the best team on the ground. Rajesh, Maria, Gaurav are in Ukraine covering this story very sensitively, putting themselves in harm's way in eastern Ukraine to bring us the real story. And we will not believe anything that is thrown at us. We will analyze it for you so you know the truth, because you are owed the truth here on India Today. This is real war reporting, not some fancy graphics that other channels put on air to try and tempt and titillate the viewer. This is conflict. It has to be taken seriously, and we will do nothing but that. Very quick break. Not taking our gaze away from this story. Please stay with us here on India Today.
You are watching India Today.
This is Ukraine's true danger zone. This is where gun firing and artillery firing has begun. After a perilous 14-hour train journey from Kyiv, India Today reports from the real war zone. Only channel in the rebel combat zone.
Barricades that have been set up, and beyond those barricades is the deployment of the Russian army.
Up close and fearless in Ukraine's combat zone.